भोसड़ी वाले चाचा, अरे म्यूजिक बंद करो जरा।
So, hey guys, this is general video about what is backend, what is front end. These are the buzzwords roaming around you. So, I thought I should create a video about it. So, if you guys are confused, what exactly front end is, what exactly back end is, what is front end developer, what is back end developer, what is full stack. If these things are buzzwords to you, then this video will help you to clear your doubts and yeah, I will try my best to explain these things to you. Front end is the thing when you open any website. So whatever you see visually, that is all front end, like a user interface or that client side logic, whatever. See, front end has its own parts. I will talk about it later in this video. So whatever you see to be in layman language, if I want to explain, so that would be your front end, and back end is the logic behind the your request. When you open in website and you log in, and if you are authenticated to use that website or that all thing like backend logic, that is all the backend thing. If some products are coming into your website, so from where they are coming, so that is coming from your backend logic. So that is what the backend is. As you can see in this image, front end is the upper thing you can see. So that is all front end, that is user interface and client side logic, like where I should click or buttons you want to click or something. So that is all is developed by the front end developer, or you can say front end guy. So this is all about the front end, and back end is the logic part, like database management, cloud storage, user authentication, push notification, hosting. These things are now you're not familiar with these things, but it's okay, I will explain each and every step. So you get a general idea now what exactly front end is and back end is. So I will take an example to explain this scenario. If there is an e-commerce site, you log into the e-commerce site, so what you see at first, that all will be the front end thing. So you are seeing login thing, and you are seeing products, so that are all front end which you are visually can able to see. Okay, so that is all front end. But when it comes to when you type your login ID and password, and when you press enter, then whatever comes after that, you get access to the platform. How it's done, it is done by the backend thing. Okay, so that is what the difference between front end and back end. Now what is database? So database is where your data is stored. Okay, so whatever you store, so when you are using any e-commerce site, that products which are shown to you on the front end are stored in the database somewhere out there, and that products which are stored in the database are somehow backend is somehow connecting that product, like fetching that products from database to your front end. So what backend is doing, backend is connecting your I think this image will explain all to you. So your front end is here, your backend is here, and your database here. So backend is connecting database to connecting database and front end. So whatever products are stored into the database will be fetched by the backend and shown into the front end. So whatever products you see on the Amazon website, so let's take an example of Amazon. So by the backend logic, API, backend API is also kind of a buzzword if you are new into the programming field. So if you are
अबे साले तभी मेरा माफ करना, गुस्से में इधर उधर निकल जाता हूँ.
Data from database and showed it to the front end. So this is the basic of your any application. Okay, here front end, you can exchange the front end with web applications, mobile applications, or any desktop application. Things will change here, tablet even. So that is the thing. So front end, there are lots of things. and backend is the thing that I tell you, that the actual logic which is there. Okay, so what is the front-end developer, what is the back-end developer? Let's talk about it. So the front-end developer is a guy who develop the front end.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god!
Who takes care of the things like how should this button will look like, what should be the color of that thing, and these all things are done by the front end. But there are two guys in front end, see, before, but now this is a modern web development. So now there is a client side rendering also happens in the React and Angular JS applications. So what happens, front-end developer itself distinguished into two categories, that is the front of a front-end developer and back of a back of a front-end developer. So what front of a front-end developer do is he mostly clones the website which designer create, and he mostly focuses on the things like what should the color of that thing and creating the design, that's it. Okay, and what a back of a front-end developer do is he generally focuses on the thing like what request I want to do to the backend, like all the routing stuff, state management stuff, and these all stuff is done by the back of a front-end developer. So he is a front-end developer, but there is a two things, like it's designing a thing and logic behind the front end. So this is the type of front-end developer. If you are into more into the logic, like you like to write the logic for how the page should look like when I click on that and what will happen, these kind of things, then you should go with the front-end development.
ये जो तू बोल रहा है ना, सुन मेरी बात, it's her choice. It's her choice.
Backend developer is mostly done by the guy who is into the writing the APIs. Okay, so writing APIs means API means requests. So when we click a button such as C products, so when we click on that button, there is some API request done to the server, which fetches the data from database. So when we click the button, some API request get called and it fetches data from database. So whatever the logic backend developer write to fetch that data, to fetch specific data, if you want to fetch the product which is newly added, if you want to fetch the product which is which has low price, these all kind of logic, who writes the logic of these things is a backend developer. This is the most easiest way to understand the difference between front end and back end. And if you are more into writing these things, back end guy, so back end guy mostly deal with the database management, cloud storage, writing push notifications, and a lot of things. Itself and a very big and huge field. So there will be two videos coming soon of roadmap of front end and roadmap of back end development, and I will create a video on both of them. So this video is for you to understand what exactly front end and back end are. I think this video cleared your all the doubts. If not, please comment down below and I will try my best to clear the doubt. I think you get the general idea. If you don't know what exactly front end back end are, you get the idea now. I will add some things. I think for front end development there are popular libraries like libraries or framework, you can say. So React.js and AngularJS and Vue.js are now trending into the industry. And for the backend, if you are into JavaScript, people use Node.js. If you are into the Python, people use Flask and Django. And if you are into the Java, Spring Boot, and so many things are there. Okay, so these are some things which are there, and I will be creating a roadmap video. So soon there will be videos if you are interested more into the deepness of the things, like
अगर हम करें तो करें क्या, बोले तो बोले क्या.
and I will also discuss about the things like web servers, proxies, and even Docker, and these kind of things I will talk about it in my roadmap videos. So this is the general idea what front end, and this image I think clears all, like this is the front end, this is the back end, and this is how the whole application is. Generally people get confused what is API, application programming interface. So what it stands for does not clear everything. So APIs are the logic that talk about like fetching the product. So that logic, we create lots of routes for that, and that is if I'm creating a get route to get some product, so that will be an API. If I'm creating a post route to submit my login ID and password, so that will be another route. So these kind of things are there. There are a lot to learn, and we will learn eventually. That's not a big deal. And I think this video serves the purpose of understanding the front end and back end and the database. There are database. I will talk about database also. So database are of two types. First is relational and non-relational. Relational, MySQL, Postgres, and non-relational there are MongoDB and LevelDB and everything. So many kind of databases are there. So these are not the things to discuss right now, but yeah, I think I should. I think I solved the purpose of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and tuned in to watch more videos, and thank you so much.
अच्छी बात बोली, आपको अच्छी लगी तो ऐसे थोड़ा मार दीजिए हाथ, आप थोड़ा सा मार दीजिए.